What's up, everybody? We're here and I don't know. Yeah, I was like, we're here, we're queer. No, we're here, we're baking, we're gonna do some stuff. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to the stream. This is Cooking with Chris. We are back tonight. Back like never before. This is like a classic Chris stream. We're gonna be making a strawberry cake roll. I've never done this before. It looks like legit pretty complicated. I'm very excited for that. So thank you so much for joining me. I will be starting very shortly in 8 minutes. Yeah, so just hang out, chill out. Let me know. Let me know what's going on. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. This is Cooking with Chris. Thank you so much for joining me. We are going to get started super soon. Yeah, so stick around, hang around. We're going to be getting started. We're going to be making a strawberry cake roll. Super excited for that because it's, I think, going to be like pretty complicated, which I think will be fun. So, yeah, thank you for joining me. Stick around. We are starting super shortly. Oh, just making it back in time. That's right. What's up, everybody? Hello, welcome back to the stream. It's been too long. Welcome. We are today making a strawberry cake roll. This is a recipe I actually came across on Reddit. I am a Redditor sometimes, and if you're in the baking subreddit, you maybe have seen this recipe because there was like multiple people who posted it that they were gonna try to make it. Or sorry, that they'd made it. And so like one person posted it. What's up? Roll for need. 10-month streak. Oh no. Oh, 2-month streak. That's too bad. You lost your streak. Anyway, but subscribing for 10 months, my dude. Thank you, my dude. I was like, where's my tea? Gotta cheers to that. Roll for need in the house. Just mind me while I burn my hand on my tea. Alright. What's up, my dude? Thank you for joining me. Happy, what day is it? It's like, is it Tuesday? Is that what day it is here? Thank you, my dude. Cheers. Feels so good to be back in the kitchen. So, yeah, we are making a strawberry cake roll. So this is like, it's like a layer of sponge cake. I think I've already, what? Chisel, my dude, what's up? Yeah, this is a surprise, because like, not been streaming so much lately. What's up, my man? How's it going? Cheers to you, my dude. I know you always like a cheers, so cheers. Yeah, good to be back. Long time no see. What's up? Yeah, long time no see. Yeah, I'm doing a recipe that I'm excited about tonight. It's kind of like, I feel like a classic Cooking with Chris recipe, because I think it's gonna be like, I think I'm gonna be able to do it. It's gonna be fine, but I think it's a surprise in Discord. Should I go and look now, or should I treat myself to it later? That's okay. I'll allow you to cheers with water. I mean, I'm cheersing with tea, which I'm pretty sure there's someone would say that I probably shouldn't be doing that. So that's fine. You don't always have to have a proper drink in order to cheers, you know? So, yeah, thank you for joining me. Happy Tuesday. It is almost summer. It was like one of the first nice days where I live. The weather here this spring so far has been like shockingly cold and rainy. Not at all what you would want from a spring. So it's nice that it's finally starting to get like nice. Ooh, that's wet from my tea. Put my hand down. So yeah, it's really nice that it's starting to get like nice and warm here. Finally. So yeah, as for, just gonna get my cutting board out. Okay, it's pretty relevant. Great. I will look at it. Give me a sec here. Let me just pull out my cutting board. And so yeah, I'm very excited about this. I think this is gonna be like almost fill over. Fun and kind of, yeah. And the beauty of this too, I think, which will be cool, is depending on how this turns out, this should be like super customizable. So then like if I wanted to do this again, it should be like super easy to do and make it customizable with like different colors and stuff. So I'm gonna be making like a Swiss cake roll. It's like a sponge cake. And I'm gonna make a bunch of different colors of the sponge cake. So I'm gonna pipe little strawberry shapes onto a parchment sheet. We're gonna freeze that and like let it set, and then we're gonna pour our sponge cake over it, and so then that way it will kind of create like a pattern on the cake. This is not something I've ever tried before, so that's why I'm like, this is gonna be like a little tricky, but I'm very excited about it. So yeah, okay, going over to Discord now. Roll for need. I am moving my way over to Discord. Oh god. As soon as I saw it, it was like a video, and I was like, oh no. What is that? Are you mocking me? I don't even know right now. I'm pretty much speechless. That was I didn't realize that was going to play out loud. Like, you heard that, right? I totally thought that was just going to play over my earbuds. Yeah, not often you get like a first whatever reaction of this, of someone watching an insane video of you. By the way, I hope you know how insane you look when you take those videos. I think you do know how insane you look, and I think that's why you take them. So, for this recipe, we have some very fun things that we're gonna work with. Oh yeah, what was that? Strawberry. I like strawberries. I'm excited to do this as well because the last time, I don't know if you guys remember, but like last year it would have been, I made strawberry shortcake. And so it was supposed to have like a sponge cake in it, and it was bad. It was not good. Like it it tasted okay, but it was like really flat. It hardly didn't rise at all. Just making sure. Yes, I have almond. Great. So yeah, so I'm really hoping to do better this time. One thing that I think is going to help me, good. I am glad that you understand that you are an insane person. Cheers to insane people, haha. Know your tribe when you see it, you know? Alright, so yeah, so one thing I'm doing slightly differently is I am in fact using cake and pastry flour, which I have never done before, but I understand that the makeup of this may make it easier to use. My understanding of this is that it's lower in gluten, I think. Anyway, but they say it's designed to make your baked goods more tender, so you're less likely to get like a chewy or like a tough texture, which my understanding is usually that kind of texture comes from gluten. So I don't know, but that's my guess. Maybe is that cake and pastry flour has less gluten in it. If you know, please tell me. Jump in the comments. Please let me know. I also bought some gelatin, which I have never had to buy before. So yeah, I got some delicious unflavored gelatin. Did you when you guys were in high school, did anybody ever, I never did it, but there was people in high school who apparently used this on their hair to like give like mohawks and stuff. I never had a mohawk. Not yet. Anyway, but yeah, apparently you can use this on your hair and give yourself a mohawk. Sounds like a future stream idea if I ever heard one, right? Yeah, anyway, so I was at the cooking store though, and I got a little carried away. They had a lot of very fun stuff. I got myself a very nice bench scraper. I have one of these that's plastic, which I really like, but what's up? They love day, TF? Few points for a mohawk, yeah. Oh my god, can you imagine? I have so much hair, like it would be like, I would literally be like 8 feet tall. Yeah, I'd be like almost 7 feet tall with a mohawk. Anyway, I bought myself a very nice bench scraper. Focus on the bench scraper, guys, not on the Knox mohawk. Anyway, yeah, apparently when I was in high school, apparently there was a guy who had like, do you guys remember like victory spikes? Was that what they're called? Victory spikes? Anyway, I can't remember what they're called. Oh, sorry. You know what we gonna do? You know what we gonna do about that? We just gonna go skippity dip. Woo! Bye! Let's see what else we can get. It's no sense crying about your exes suck. Although they were a part of your past and they've shaped the person you are today. But still, they're in your past, which is good. Anyway, so I got that. I also got something which I have never seen before. Yeah, bench scrapers are very satisfying. And just like, you know, especially when working with dough, what motivated me to get this was last week I made another round on the weekend. I made another round of empanadas and the dough was great. I actually am getting really good at working that dough together. But unfortunately, it dried on my countertop here and it made a huge mess. So I think the only thing I will have to be careful with is because this is like, what's it called? Like laminate? Lino. Anyway, it's like not, you know, it's obviously not like real granite or anything. Yeah, anyway, you want to just be careful you don't like fuck up your countertops. Yes. Anyway, I also found these delightful things. I went to the Gourmet Warehouse. So if you're not familiar, in Vancouver, they have a store. It's called the Gourmet Warehouse. I think that's actually what it's called. Anyway, they stock like basically almost any cooking thing you could ever think to have. So for this recipe, it actually asked for freeze-dried strawberries, which like I didn't realize when I thought, oh, I'm gonna do this recipe. I didn't read it close enough, and I didn't see that this recipe requires freeze-dried strawberries. Is Al here yet? No. Okay, anyway. So someone posted in the Discord that apparently there's been like a recall. Oh yeah, I saw that the other day. I gotta remember that. Yeah, I did see there's been a oh my gosh. You and your water. You and your water. I should send you a video and be like, nah, 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 water, nah, 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 nah. Anyway, so I found these. These are French style dark green lentils. If you guys have ever had French lentils, they're delicious. So I'm gonna do something with these in the very near future. I think I'm gonna make obviously French green lentils, which are like it's just like a savory dish of lentils. Usually you'd serve that with like an egg over it because like the yolk then like falls into the lentils and makes like a really delicious whatever, but I don't really like eggs. So I think what I'm going to do is instead, I think I might make ratatouille. So anyway, stay tuned for that. We'll see. I might end up doing that Thursday. So yeah, that's exciting. And now to the main event. the thing. Sorry, I was just saying Al because Al was the one who posted about the strawberry recall. So in my province right now in Canada, it actually turns out that there's a strawberry recall, which is convenient because, as I said, this dish does not actually have any fresh strawberries in it. So do with that what you will. It does have freeze-dried strawberries. So this is strawberry powder. So this is basically, they did also have like freeze-dried sliced strawberries, but I thought like this, you're getting exactly what you want. Otherwise, I would have had to take those freeze-dried strawberries and I would have had to like run them through my food processor, which would have been fine. But this is just kind of cutting out the middleman. Guess how much this package cost? I'll give you a second if you want to put your guess in the comments. It is 30 grams. Okay, so by comparison, this weighs twice as much. Anyway, so yeah, it's 30 grams of strawberry powder. Apparently, I think this stuff comes from New Zealand. Yeah, made in New Zealand. So yeah, if anyone would like to guess how many Canadian dollars I paid for this 30-gram packet of strawberry powder, please do that now. Whoa, dear. If it makes you feel better, apparently 30 grams, that is equivalent to 380 grams of fresh strawberries. Interesting. 4 servings per package. What does that mean? How many servings are there in a dried strawberry? Yeah, it did. Okay, well, fair chisel. This did cost a little bit of my dignity. I totally was like, oh, this will be a thing they'll have. And then when I saw how much it cost, I was like, well, I'm committed. The beauty of it is, I think this recipe, we're not going to use all of the strawberry powder. Okay, so yeah, right now, if you guys are just joining us, we are talking about the strawberry powder, which is, it's a freeze-dried, why am I saying deep? I want to say deep-fried. Freeze-dried strawberry powder. So they've taken strawberries, they've freeze-dried them, and they've mashed them up. This little package of them that I bought at the gourmet store. 30 grams. 1 ounce. So that's like a shot glass of them. And I am asking you to guess, how many Canadian dollars do you think I paid for this little packet? Anyway, so yeah, so it's cool. Apparently they come from New Zealand. I can't. I was like about to try to do a New Zealand accent. New Zealand. Anyway, so yeah, that's cool. Cool, guys. So without any further ado, what say you? We start assembling stuff. One thing that's going to be very helpful in this. I went out and bought eggs because this recipe does ask for eggs. And then I realized that I actually have this, which is simply egg whites. So this is just a container of pure egg whites and it's pasteurized. So I'm just going to use this instead. And yeah, and that way I don't have to waste any egg yolks. So that's like a super sweet little hack if you're making something that just requires egg whites, like royal icing, or in this case, sponge cake, or something like that. All right, you guys are getting close. Okay, so we got one guess of $10 and one guess of $15. It is more than that. It was more than that. Do you guys want to know how much it was? One sec, I'm going to grab some stuff. It's gourmet. That's right. It came all the way from New Zealand, y'all. Anyway, it was cool. They had this. They had like cherries and everything. I kind of want to like taste a little bit of this and just like on a spoon and just like eat it because my guess is it's probably really sour. Have you guys ever seen or have you heard the thing about apparently if you get like a milkshake from McDonald's. Like the pink coloring in it comes from beetles. And that's 100% because this shit's too expensive. So that's why they use beetles apparently. But yeah, that's how they get the uniform pink color in your McDonald's milkshake, is they add like they add a color that comes from a beetle. So yeah. Anyway, okay, you're close. It was $20. $20. I think it was 19 something. Let me see. Yeah, it was crazy. When I heard my total, I was like, ooh! And it's because $19.49. And I believe I paid some GST on something. What did I pay GST on? Anyway, it's fine. Yeah, $20, y'all. 20 Canadian dollars for that. But I think I might get like 2 recipes out of this. So I think I'm going to use it for the cake. And then, like, who knows, maybe this cake's going to be like incredible. Maybe I'm going to want to use it. Maybe I'm going to want to do it again. But if I don't, I was thinking this would be really good as a flavoring. Yeah, like you're getting there, right? You guys are getting pretty close. Ridiculous though, right? But yeah, anyway, this would be really good in like buttercream, I think. Like make some buttercream cupcakes with some like extra very strawberry flavor. So let's pull out our mixer. And dropping stuff. Ugh. There we go. So what we're gonna do first is we're going to make the colored bits of the dough. And so we're gonna make those, and then we're gonna pipe them onto parchment paper. Yeah, so let's start by getting our baking sheet ready. I will have to be careful when I do this because I noticed that, so the recipe asks for a 10 by 15 baking sheet, which is like a very specific thing for a baking sheet. So this is, I believe, 9 by 13, so it's a bit smaller. So I might have to be aware and like maybe not put in all the batter or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, this is the one we're using. But it will be something cognizant of, is just to make sure I don't. Because my guess is I don't think you want the cake to be too thick, because if it's way too thick, then like you're gonna want to. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make the cake, right, and then we're gonna put whipped cream on top. The whipped cream is what's gonna be flavored with our strawberry powder, and then and then we're gonna roll it up and then cut slices of it. So it's gonna be like a Swiss roll cake. I've also heard them called that. But yeah, I think my understanding is you probably don't want it to be too thick because it maybe won't roll as well. So this is all just an experiment, guys. You're all here with me. Strap in, you know? All right. Get ourselves some scissors. Perfect. All right, so we're just gonna cut our parchment paper until it's 2 sides. The recipe that I found for this gave some like really good tips too. Like whoever it is that's done this, they've definitely done this before. This is not their first rodeo. So that's cool. It's always good to like work with a recipe that is like, you know, the person clearly knows what they're doing, right? So yeah, you want this like almost to perfectly line the bottom of your tray there. I'm just gonna have to like just get just a tiny bit off this right here. So yeah, we want to do that, and then we're gonna pipe our design right onto the parchment paper, and so in that way, yeah, the design will be like kind of on the bottom of our cake, and then we'll flip it out in order to actually see the design. I feel like I should still trim that a bit. It's not quite lying flat. Yeah, it's still like a little bit in the middle there, sticking out. Cut in parchment to size. Ooh, can you get that nice scissor glide? Is that not like the best thing ever? Alright. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Perfect. All right, so we're just gonna put this aside here because we're gonna use that once we get our stuff ready. So let me remind myself here. Wah! So we're gonna make our little like colored bit of batter first, and this is the part that we're gonna pipe onto our baking sheet. So let's get this. I'm just gonna do 2 colors. I guess I could do 3. Maybe let's do 3. Fine, because yeah, she kind of does like, whoops, a red for the berry, and then she also did like just kind of a pink for the dot. So I think that will be cute. So let's try that. All right. Thanks for joining me, guys. Happy Tuesday. That reminds me. Proper cheers. Ooh, that's a cold beer. Almost left it in there too long. Oh yeah. Cheers, y'all. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to my kitchen. Ooh, that's very cold. All right. Perfect. Okay, now let's get ourselves a little bowly bowl. Yeah, it's like we're back, right? Back in the hood. Okay, so first we're going to start with butter and sugar, and then we're going to add our flour, and then add egg white and mix until smooth. Okay, so we got 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. So let's get that. Yeah. That's so underwhelming. No, it's fine. I mean, you know, it's. Can you imagine? The thing is because we're like technically from all around the world here. It's like 11 a.m. and I'm like, you must cheers with something proper. Anyway. And technically you're right. Like water is the one that it's like a big faux pas, right? Anyway, I won't hold it against you. Okay, so there is about 2 tablespoons of butter and 2.5 tablespoons of granulated sugar. And just gonna leave this over here because I believe I will need that again. So we're gonna mix that, and then we're gonna add our cake flour. putting chisel in a timeout. That's such a good way to put it. Hey, what's up, crazy girl? Crazy girl HQ. What's up, my dude? Ah! Ooh, sorry guys, I just almost lost a spatula over my counter. Yeah, for sure, my dude. This is a recipe I actually found on Reddit. This is one that I saw like a whole bunch of people trying, so I was kind of excited to try it myself. So we are mixing our butter, with our sugar. I feel like my butter could have been even softer. It was already pretty soft, but it could have been even softer. Anyway, that's fine. How much cake flour? A 1/3 cup. Great. Let's get a 1/3 cup here. I can't remember if it said to add this all at once. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, great. So let's open our cake flour here. I just have my scale because I'm using this. It's the pasteurized just egg white. We're just gonna measure it instead of, obviously we're not measuring out by egg. So how do I work this? Ooh, that's interesting. Ooh, interesting. That's an interesting method for opening. All right. Get a spoon in there. This would definitely be a package that you'd want to empty into a container of some kind, because yeah, it's a little bit inconvenient. Let's just make sure. Oh my god. The bird sound. That's so funny. Like, cause the number of people have told me that when I freak out, I sound like a pterodactyl or something. So yeah, bird is not far off. That's great. Oh man, that's funny. Okay, we're gonna sift this. I was just thinking, I was like, am I gonna sift my flour? And I was like, no, I'm not. And now I was like, no, I'll be good. I'll sift my flour. There's certain things where, like, you know, a recipe tells you to do something and it's just like, all right, I'll do it just to give myself a good chance for this to work out, right? Crazy bird sound. Great. Perfect. All right, I'm not gonna put this very far because I know I will probably want to use it again later. Oof, getting flour everywhere, guys. Ha! All right. So we're just gonna mix this a bit till it's like kind of mostly. I think we just kind of want to make sure that the butter's like fairly well integrated, and then we're gonna poif. Great. Okay, so let's zero our scale. Get ourselves a nice little bowl. Zero, will you? Oh, I see. I was like, that doesn't help if there's something on it. Cheers. There we go. Okay, so what did it say here? 1 large egg white, 30 grams. What does it say on the package? Let's see what it says here. 2 tablespoons. I wonder. Let's measure that. Oh yeah, I see. They're saying 15 mils, so 15 mils is about 15 grams by their estimation. Yeah, about right. Okay. Cool. It's pretty close, y'all. Chisel. Oh my god, you're on to me. You're on to me already. Yes, you were right. I do love a cheers. I just feel like it's like every time I feel like I bring my glass up to my mouth, I'm like, I should just do a cheers. Why not? Okay, it's looking like something, you know. Really not a lot of dough, eh? Interesting. Perfect. All right. Okay, so let's divide this up into a couple little bowls. Get rid of our scale for a sec here. And then we're going to color it. So there's 1, 2. We'll use that for the green. Okay, and then I want the most of it to be red because I think that's where I'm going to need it the most. Alright, oops. Make sure you get all your dough as much as possible out of that bowl. Perfect. Great. So let's just put this in the wash. Okay, so we got 3 colors we're going to work with. This one is going to be our red. So we're just going to put, I mean, these ones, they can be pretty colored. I'm going to have to be careful when I put the color into my cake roll because you don't want it to be like atomic colored, so we'll see. Perfect. And green. I think when I was reading, the gal that did this recipe first, she also used that same color of green, so that's cool. We'll have the same color, guys. Isn't that cute? Okay, so I think, where's my little spatula? I have my little spatula. I'm gonna use that to mix these. I think that'll work really well. Oh yeah, look at that color. It's always so satisfying working with gel food colorings because you get such a satisfying color. Look at that. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, great. So now let's go over to this guy. See what I mean? Like one little drop of that pink and it's like atomic pink. So yeah, you just gotta be careful with that pink because a little goes a long way. All right, that's looking pretty good. Let's just get off most of this. Perfect. Now let's get our green. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice. Look at that. I always love this green. It's such a nice, like, perfect. Woof! Look at the brightness. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I'm very excited to see how well this works because, like, theoretically, you could like totally use this recipe and like yeah, just like customize it. Like no matter what colors you want to use, like you could make a Halloween one with like pumpkins on it. You like pretty much, you know, you can make it like for almost anything. So cool. There's our 3 colors. Aren't they pretty? Okay, so I want for sure, I want the most control with my red and my green. So I'm going to do those ones in the piping bag. And then I think I'll just use a sandwich bag for my pink because I just have to do like a little dot with it. So I think that'll be good enough. Make sure we get most of this in the bowl. That last little bit. Last little bit there. Okay. Look at that. See how much you get? Like not much, right? Great. Let's just Alright, so now let's get our red into the bag, because like I said, so I always like to, I'm just going to show you what I just did, is like to just roll it over, so then, you know, because you want it all to be in kind of the top of the bag, the part you're actually going to work with, so just kind of roll it down on itself like that, so you kind of get a cone, and then you can just kind of hold it, like that, just kind of hold it open, see, and then grab a little scrape, and then just get that in there, and then there you go. So that way you'll have this part, it'll be all nice and clean, and we can kind of just like squeeze it down and get it all at the end of the bag, which will be handy. Alright, I love this color. It's a very pretty color, and I think once we bake this red will darken just a little bit, so I think it'll look really cool. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, get that guy away. Scrape that guy off. Perfect. Now, yeah, it's unfolding the bag without getting the bag all dirty. So, let's get that guy. Yeah, so you see, you can kind of, if you put it just flat on the counter there, you can just get it all into the end of the, right where you want it, right where you can work with it easiest. There we go. So there's those 2. Now let's get our pink, and like I said, I'm just going to use a, good call, take the dog out. I'm sure she will appreciate that. Alright. Alright. Get our last little bit in here. Okay, so now comes the fun part, which is where we get to pipe this and we get to make our little strawberry shapes. So we'll see. This is one of those things where we now just get to see. Like this doesn't seem hard, but like I'm also like, I guess we're gonna find out. Like maybe it is really hard. I don't know. Alright, so now let's just get that, squeeze that down into the corner there. Poise. Okay, so let's just kind of make ourselves some room here. Get some of our stuff out of the way. Great. So yeah, so I think the recipe, no, I know the recipe said to start with your green. That way you can just kind of see it. You know, you'll be able to see it because whatever you put down first is what you're gonna see most, because we're gonna see the bottom of it. So, all right, guys, wish me luck. So I want to just kind of make like a little strawberry top shape with like a little stem. That's what I'm attempting to do here. So. Nice, okay. Okay. Okay, I'm just trying to do these kind of a little bit like randomly. Just kind of like spacing them out a bit. I realize this looks like nothing right now, but I like to think. Just occurred to me, I'm like, I really hope this doesn't look like hot peppers or something, right? Because that's not really what we're going for here. She did say, the gal who made this recipe, she did mention that she originally had yellow, I think, to make it look like seeds, and she mentioned that it ended up kind of looking a little like just like Easter, because it was just too much color, so that's why she just did these. I really like the look of hers. All right, I think I can do a couple more here. Let's do one going this way. Cool. Okay, so let's just leave this one for a sec. We might need it again. We'll see how this goes. Okay, I just gotta get my hair out of the way, guys. Actually, I feel like just looking at this, I can add a couple more. Definitely like 3 at least. Ah! Almost lost me. Alright. So yeah, let's just make a couple more, just because, like I said, I think I can put one right here. I'm trying to do them like kind of, you know, a nice like randomness. Okay. Yeah, I feel like let's put one right here. Let's put one here. Okay, cool. Now let's move on to our red. Ooh, that was a quick little business expedition. What type of dog do you have? I love dogs. Actually, I just love animals in general. Animals are just like one of my favorite things ever. Or I think, have I asked you this before? Relief services complete. Springer Spaniel. Yeah, I was like, I feel like I've asked you this before. Aw, that's hilarious. Loves attention. I love a dog like that, though. It's like, I don't know, it's cute. Alright. Okay, so now the key here is hopefully to make these so that they don't look like hot peppers. Okay, I think that looks like appropriate, right? Mm-mm-mm. Perfect. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. We're hitting the point where this is like starting to look. I should look in the memes. Okay, I will. Oh no, is it the video of me dropping some? Am I almost dropping the spatula and making a pterodactyl bird noise? If it's not, if it is, that's fair. All right. Yeah, this is at the point right now where I'm like, well, I hope this starts to look like something, guys. This looks like, is it? I feel like they do look a little bit like hot peppers, but I wonder if the pink that I'm gonna put on here, maybe the pink will make it look a little more like feminine and a little less like, because right now it is like just red and green, right? Mm-mm. Almost done. Well, at least with this color, and we'll do our pink. Nice. Almost, guys. Getting there. A real tiger? Oh dear. Oh no. Now I'm so curious. Okay, got our last little strawberries done. Last ones, best ones, y'all. Cool. Almost getting there. Oh no, be careful. Oh dear. I love these like premonitions that I'm getting before I check the Discord. Doesn't it look pretty though? Okay. I'm very curious to see what the design's actually gonna look like. But yeah, I feel like this is I don't know, it's pretty cool. Okay. Great. So let's do our pink. So there's gonna be some little dots. Ah, what's up, Al? Al's in the house. What's up, my dude? How's it going? Long time no see. I was just about to look at Discord, although it sounds like that might be something I might regret. So I'm just gonna try to do some nice, like, pink dots. Just trying to do these, like, kind of spaced out, and we'll take a look and then go back and... Oh, it looks okay. This is looking better the more I add. Initially, there was a moment where I was like, ooh, this is looking... I don't know. But I'm thinking this is gonna be... Okay, we're getting there. Couple... That looks pretty good. Put one there. One there. One there. One there. Oh god, at some point where you're just like, wow, is it? I think that looks pretty good, right? That's good, man. Can't complain. Neither can I. Damn, government. Ha 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 ha. Censorship. Kidding. Thank you for joining me, my dude. You came at just the right time. Look at this. So there's our little strawberry shapes, that are going to go on the outside. Okay, let me just see. Freezer. Okay, so we're going to put this in the freezer, and that's going to set it, and that will hopefully result in it not combining with my sponge cake mix. Get it there. There we go. Yeah, so this will hopefully mean that my sponge cake batter will not mix with that, and it will just, the two colors will stay distinct, which is what we want. More dots. No. I don't want it to look like too much. No, I'm done. No more dots. I was like, if I add more, I'm worried I'm gonna make it look like tacky. Okay, so I'm just gonna wash my bowl. And that's because we're working with egg whites. I'm also gonna wash the beaters here. So yeah. I almost did. Yeah, I almost did it. And then I looked at it and I was like, no. There's a thing where, like, if it's spaced out and they're like, oh yeah, you're right. It does actually. You know what I was thinking? I was listening to a podcast last week about it's actually a he's skateboarding. I was listening to a podcast about Blackbeard, and when they were describing Blackbeard's flag, I was like, ooh, that'd make a sick tattoo. Okay, so we're just gonna wash our bowl. I definitely recommend doing this just because, like, you might think your bowl's clean, but you never know, there might be some oil spattered on it from your counter for some reason. Whoops, look at that last paper towel. Yeah, so we're just doing that just to make sure that if there is a spot of oil, we're not gonna end up wasting any of our egg whites, because that's always a bummer. Yeah. So yeah, fat is the enemy of egg whites. So That's why we don't want any of that. Perfect. Let's just use this bad boy. You want to be careful too, even using like an old dish towel on drying your bowl, because your old dish towel might have a little bit of oil on it from like a dish that maybe just whatever, you know. And so yeah, you always just want to be really careful. That's why I tend to use paper towels on the inside of it, just to or like a fresh, clean dish towel, just to make absolute sure that it's gonna, yeah, nothing's gonna go wrong. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Kind of makes me think that like Blackbeard could have like he needs like the biopic treatment, right? Like he totally could, I think. But like I feel like maybe they're not doing it because like it's Blackbeard. Like he was not a person. He was not a nice dude, right? So what are we doing here? How much flour do we need? 2/3 cup. Where's my third cup? There it is. Here's this little knife. Level that off. Perfect. So yeah, definitely, I think Blackbeard, I agree. Blackbeard could definitely use like a biopic moment, but I feel like they'll never do it because Blackbeard kind of sucked. Like I mean, all those pirates, like they were just like they weren't nice people, right? I don't know. I guess there's been biopics done about other not nice people though, hasn't there? That's not a knife. That's a knife. Okay, so there's our 2/3 cup of pastry flour. I splurged and I actually bought cake and pastry flour this time. The last time I made a sponge cake, it like just did not work, and I wondered if maybe one of the reasons. What's up, Shizzle? If one of the reasons maybe why it didn't work was because I used like a flour that was too heavy. Anyway, it's something we're testing out today. Okay. Just getting this bowl cold. Okay, so I know I need eggs, and so I know I need flour, and I know I need sugar. Oh, that's not much. Okay, 1/4 cup plus 2 teaspoons. Oh, sugar. Okay, where's my 1/4 cup? Oh, that's right. I was like, have I already used it? It's just missing. So, do 4 tablespoons, and then plus 2, I believe it said, right? 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then I'll need 2 tablespoons for something else. Not sure what. Where's the lid to my sugar container go? It's literally just here. What am I gonna do with it? Am I going crazy? Where did I put the lid to my sugar container? Wow, that's a conundrum. Anyway, moving on. I literally have no idea where I just put it. Did it fall off the counter? What the fuck is happening? Okay. Anyway, I have no idea what just happened there. I don't know where. Okay, so we need some vegetable oil. Let's get that. We need some milk. We also need some whipping cream eventually. So yeah, we just need some milk there, vegetable oil, almond extract. We have that right there. Kosher salt. Let's do a 1/4 teaspoon of that. Okay, we got that. Food coloring. I think we got almost everything. Okay, great. Perfect. So let's start, shall we? I see what we're doing. I can't actually use this because we're gonna be doing a couple things here. So I need to actually separate my eggs. So. All right, so we actually need 3 eggs here. Ah, I thought I was being smart, y'all. Yeah, the Crocodile Dundee. I actually think I've seen a couple. There's a couple of those movies. Whoops, I don't remember much of them, but I definitely remember them. Okay. Oh no, I don't think I need this anymore actually, because I don't. Not using my artificial egg situation. Just using, straight from the source, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna use this for my egg whites. So let's put that bad boy over there, and then, ooh, we can use this one for our yolks. So let's just put that there, and let's have a just good old egg separating time. So we're gonna put the yolk in that bowl. Oh, messy. Get in there. Oh, egg snot. There we go. Okay, yolk, poif. White. Just gotta wash my hands. Okay. Perf. Okay. 2. Doing pretty good. 2 for 2, y'all. Alright, let's see if we can go 3 for 3 if I didn't just jinx myself. Alright. Oh, jeez. Ah! Perf. And there's our white. Great. Just did that last one by hand because I could see that the shell was super jagged and I didn't want to ruin the egg by risking doing the classic method and accidentally breaking the yolk. So that's why I did that way, y'all. Okay, great. So we got our whites over here. Just gonna get those out of the way. And now we're gonna start with our yolks. Add a 1/4 cup of sugar. Perfect. So we're gonna mix and we're just gonna mix this. I'm just gonna use a fork. I've been really good, my dude. The show that I was working on in film just ended, but I've just been like keeping busy and getting stuff ready. Yes, it is actually. It is a champagne bottle. I'm like, how can I get it close to the camera? Ha! Ah, there it is. Sorry, guys. Cameras are hard. Yeah, it is in fact a bottle tattoo. That's the only like food related tattoo I have. I really like coffee, so I've totally thought about getting like a coffee tattoo. I don't know, but I'm just like, is that a thing I'm gonna do? Am I gonna get a tattoo of everything I like? Like that's kind of a weird thing to do, right? So anyway, I got this because I was just like, oh, I like champagne. It's fun, right? Okay, so we're gonna mix in next our olive oil. Great. So you want to mix this until it's like, you definitely want to make sure it's like, just like I usually say, nice and homogeneous. So yeah, we definitely just want it nice and all mixed up nicely. Tablespoon of oil, vegetable oil, we're going to put in there. And then we're going to mix it again. Get that beautiful sunny color, you know. Great. Black Adam. Good thing I don't like Hulk Hogan. It's true. You know what? That's still on my list. Almond extract and salt. Honestly, I would 100% get a Hulk Hogan tattoo. It's just in the grand scheme of all the tattoos I want to get. Oh, you'll love this. I actually went to I've been good. I went to a wrestling show over the weekend. I went to like an amateur wrestling show and it was so fun. It was hilarious. How many tablespoons? Hold up, 1.5. Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. We were like front row seats, like literally right there to see a guy like get smashed in the face with a garbage can. It's just what you want in the front row. So yeah, and it was really funny because I was with a friend of mine who just like turns out he loves wrestling. So yeah, it was very funny to watch him just like losing his freaking mind about this wrestling. It was very amusing. So speaking of wrestling, it was very amusing, very entertaining. That I'll use for my salt. Where's my half teaspoon, y'all? There it is. Alright, so we're going to use that for our almond extract. I love that this recipe uses almond extract. I think it's really tasty, so I think this is going to be, it's just going to have like a nice, delicate flavor, and then it's going to have the strawberries in the filling, which I think is going to be really tasty. Perfect. Alright. Oh, it smells so good. And a little bit of salt. Get myself a knife. That's so funny because when I posted some of these stories from the wrestling show on my Instagram, one of my friends messaged me and they were like, please be wrestling, please be wrestling, please be wrestling. And it's funny because every time I go to these wrestling shows, I totally have it in my head where I'm like, oh, is this what I'm gonna do? Is this gonna be my new hobby? Because it does look like a lot of fun, right? Like it's basically just performing. Like you're just like an actor, except it's just like a very specific form of like acting, right? Anyway. 10 out of 10 recommend. If you have amateur wrestling in your city, go and watch it. It's probably very entertaining. Okay, let's see. Perfect. And so now I think we're gonna mix our. Okay, cool. I'm gonna not add much of this because, like I said, yeah, that's okay. And that's the thing that's making me stop is that, like, yeah, no matter what, like getting thrown, even though it's not real, it would still not feel good. Okay, so we're trying to put like the tiniest amount of food coloring in here just because I don't want this to be like a garish color. I kind of just want it to be like a light color. So, we'll see how successful we are here. So I just put a little toothpick amount of our pink, and I'm just going to do the same with our red. Great. So let's give that a try. Let's just give this a little mix. What if that's enough? I'm gonna add a little bit more red because I don't know that I added enough. Famous last words, y'all. Yeah, so 100% that's the problem with doing wrestling or any of those sports like that is that you would get, you'd get like head injuries and stuff. Okay, let's try that and see. I think that's definitely looking a little more colorful. Although I do want to add just a little bit more pink. Yeah, that's true as well. I think from like WWE, I was talking to a friend of mine who like is really into wrestling, the one who was at the show, who was hilarious. And he was saying that yeah, it's like you're basically just traveling all the time, especially when you're in like, well, even if you're the WWE, like it's you're traveling a lot, so you're constantly just doing shows, right? So I'll just stick with my current hobbies, cooking in my kitchen. Yeah, that's honestly, yeah. If you guys can think of a sick, like, Chris the Crusher, if you can think of like a sick name like that, I encourage you, please do hit me with it. Chris the Crusher just came to me because I was like, yes. Okay. Okay, and so now we're gonna add our cake flour to this. We're just gonna mix it. And then we're gonna mix our egg whites and get them super like stiff peaks, and then yeah, we're gonna mix them with this. Oh god, it's like orange because of the like the egg whites. Just trying to get out any lumps. Cool. Okay, so now we're gonna beat our egg whites until they're frothy, I think, right? And then we're gonna add our sugar. So let's get our tablespoon. There it is. All right. Chris, oh, I love it. Chris the Crippler. Oh, I love it. That's great. I don't get me wrong, Carnage Chris. Ooh, it could be like Chris the Crippler brings the carnage. Ooh, I like that. That's great. If I was ever like a roller derby, Carnage or Chris the Carnage. Chris the Crippler. Do you handle Chris the Crippler? Alright, so let's. Whoa. Let's get this bad boy going here. Whoa. Alright, so we're gonna start by mixing these bad boys until they're a little bit frothy. Take a little sip of tea for Crisco Chris. I do love the idea of Crisco Chris, because then I could just like grease myself up with Crisco, and like no one would be able to catch me because I'd be so greased up with Crisco that I would just like slip out of their arms. This is a good idea. Okay. Let's. I'm just gonna mute you guys for a second. Chris the Killer. Ooh, that's getting a little real there, Al. Chris, Killer Chris. Yikes, Killer Chris from outer space. Yeah, that's fun. All right, so I'm just gonna mute you guys so you don't have to hear this horrible sound of my mixer. But we're just gonna go frothy, and then once it's frothy, we're gonna add a little bit of sugar to it. I could bring the crocodile Chris, just have like a crocodile head on and like, I don't know, snap people with it. Name, gimmick, skills. Downgraded or upgraded, Al? Yeah, you know, could be that. Could be upgraded. All right, so getting frothy, which is good. This is a sign I'd managed to separate my egg whites without messing it up. So we're gonna go, I believe, until medium stiff peaks. Okay, great. Great. So yeah, we're gonna just beat the heck out of these egg whites until they're medium stiff peaks. I see what you mean. So yeah, that's fair. So yeah, get there, make it to the big leagues, and then just get forgotten about. That's too bad. Nice, 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 nice. Perfect. Okay, so let's get ourselves get those in there, and we're gonna get ourselves a little spatula. I'm gonna wash this just so I don't nearly torch it in my bowl of ice, or sorry, of egg whites. Great. Let's eat. Yeah, right. Whipped egg whites. I do find egg whites really incredible because it's like it's incredible to me that like you can take something that was liquid a minute ago and now it's like look at that. It's just like all right. So we're gonna put a third of it in there and we're just gonna mix it, and it's gonna just really lighten it. It's gonna make it like lighter just in texture, but also in yeah, it'll be easier to mix. So we can mix it pretty well right now, but we want to be a bit more careful. Nice. It's like definitely still orange, so that's fun. Great. Now we're just gonna gently add this last little bit. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, I just want to do what's called folding. So we're just kind of trying to incorporate this as gently as possible. So you see how I'm kind of going to the bottom of the bowl and getting, you know, you want to make sure it's mixed. So but you just want to do it gently. So we're not, you know, we're not really agitating it. Okay. And then I'm just going to dump this into our big bowl, because that bowl is a better size. And also, because this way I can make sure that I get everything out of the bottom of the bowl here and everything gets mixed well. Alright. Still a little disconcerted that this is like orange. Supposed to be pink, but the eggs that I used, they're like organic. They definitely have like a very orange yolk. So okay, it's looking pretty good. Just trying to make sure it's, you know. Alright, now remove these bad boys. The thing that I always think is really cool about gel food coloring is, like, see, now that it's cool, you see how, I don't know if you can see how bright those are? Anyway, it's crazy. Okay, so we're gonna pour our dough on and we're gonna try to spread it to get it nice and even. Alright guys, wish me luck. Alright, now I'm just gonna try to spread this. You can definitely see why you'd want to, freeze those guys, because you wouldn't be able to do this without, they weren't frozen. Okay, I need definitely, is recommended using an offset spatula, and I can totally, yeah, I know, right? No, we're gonna see the pretty painting again. She's not gone forever. Alright, let's just see if we can, yeah, that spatula always works well. Alright, almost got it. Just want to get that last. Perfect. Okay, and then we're going to pick it up a couple times. We're going to do this just to help any air bubbles. And now we're going to cook it. All right, so we're going to bake this for 10 minutes, which is actually not really that much. All right, guys. So, yeah, we're only baking that bad boy for 10 minutes. Thanks, Al. I think it looks pretty good too. We'll see. I'm a little disconcerted that it's not very pink, but we'll see. Alright, so time to do a quick little couple dishes, and then I actually really want to taste test. I want to taste test this and see what it tastes like, so let me just get some dishes taken care of here. I'm going to put a bunch of these in my dishwasher, because, you know, it almost can be run anyway. The joys of a dishwasher, y'all. Okay, perfect. So yeah, now when we pull it out, when we pull the cake out of the oven, we're going to, I'm going to take a dish towel and I'm going to put it down here and I'm going to put some icing sugar on it, or some, what do you guys call it? Confectioner sugar, some people call it as well. And then I'm going to use that to like put the cake, turn the cake out, and then we're going to roll it up in the towel and let it cool. And the reason we're doing that is to kind of like give the cake a kind of like muscle memory, because I guess if you just let the cake, your sponge cake, just cool in the pan, it will cool you know, like in a flat. And so then I'm like, what's the word I'm looking for? It'll cool flat. And so then when you try to roll it up, it'll crack. So yeah, so I guess by doing this while it's still warm, you kind of like just be like, hey, just so you know, like this is, you know, this is what we want you to do. Great. So we're gonna also make our filling. So I want to make sure this bowl is clean. Whoops. And I'm gonna put it in the freezer. So yeah, I just want to put this in the freezer, and that's because we're going to be using this to make some whipped cream. One way to make your whipped cream extra like stiff is to just cool the bowl before you start whipping your whipped cream in it. So it's just one way, you know, better than putting your whipped cream in a warm bowl. You put it in a cool bowl. Yeah, good to note too as well is like what I'm doing. This is the dish towel I'm going to use to roll my cake up. It is a clean dish towel. Of course, you would not want to use a dirty dish towel because that would be gross. Okay, so in this we are using a cup of whipping cream, a 1/4 teaspoon of unflavored powdered gelatin. Pull these. Oh, it comes in my packets. How to work with Knox. This is 1 tablespoon of gelatin. That's cool. All right, so let's get ourselves. Or is this like literally? It's just made from like animals, right? Ingredients: gelatin. Yeah, that means animal bones. Okay, 1/4 teaspoon here. Is that what it is? Yeah, nice. So this means that this is going to be like a pretty stable gelatin. Or sorry, gelatin, the whipped cream. Whipped cream is going to be pretty stable because we're adding this. We're also adding sugar, granulated sugar, and then we're also adding icing sugar. So all these things are going to kind of come together, and they're really going to make our whipped cream just like super stable. And so it means it won't melt like some whipped creams would. It'll hold its shape in the cake, and it'll look really nice. So. Alright, also wanted to clean my offset spatula because 100% we're going to be using that bad boy again. Alright, leave that there. Cheers, guys. Thank you for joining me. Ooh, I can smell my cake. Alright, I can smell it. Wait, I'm going to need my beaters again. Oh yeah, it smells really good. I love almond in like baked stuff. Yeah, I just love that taste. It's so delicious. Just gonna wipe my cutting board down a bit. Just got a bit of flour and sugar. Ooh, that's actually coming off not bad. I was like, sometimes those gel food colorings like stain stuff and they will not come off. So, okay, how much? We need 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Great. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, guys, gotta blow my nose. Ugh. Okay, and then we also need a tablespoon of powdered sugar. Let me grab my powdered sugar. Okay, get myself another little dish here. Perfect. There we go. I'm just gonna wash this. I'll try to get this really dry so that it... Ooh, my cake's actually puffing up this time. So last time I made sponge cake, it was like this thick. It was really sad actually. So yeah, so it actually looks like my cake is puffing up this time, guys, which it's supposed to do. So that's good. It remains to be seen if the color is going to be right. It's supposed to be pink, my cake, but it looked kind of orange suspiciously when I put it in the oven. I just didn't want it to be like crazy pink. So anyway, obviously, maybe I could have added more coloring to it. Okay, so got all those bad boys. Okay, yeah, and then we just got our sugar, or sorry, yeah, our cream, and we got our freeze-dried strawberries. So yeah, as I said, this is a package. Ah, what's up? Macaroon granola. Mac, I love it. What's up, my dude? Cheers. Thanks for joining. I love a pumpkin, man. I love a pumpkin. I love a Halloween. Are you guys like super Halloweeny? Because you guys are like land of pumpkins? What's up, my dude? I was gonna say macaroon. Never mind. I made macarons like a couple weeks ago. Not macaroons though. I've never made macaroons. Not yet. Anyway, so this is the strawberry powder that we're using for our strawberry cake roll. So Al, you posted in Discord that thing about the strawberries, like because there's a recall right now in my province in Canada for strawberries. But luckily, this recipe doesn't actually use any fresh strawberries in it. I don't. Do you garden? I wish I had the time and space to garden, but unfortunately, I have neither. All right. So yeah, so this is a package of what they've done is they've freeze-dried strawberries and then they've ground them up into a powder. That's all that's in here. Apparently this package is equivalent to 380 grams, which is like just shy of a pound of fresh strawberries. This package, by the way, costs $20. 20 Canadian dollars. Ugh. Ooh, that is very pink. Ooh, it smells very good. Look at that. And you guys can see how pink it is. Okay, I want to try a little. Ooh, 1 minute till cake, y'all. Okay, I just want to try a little bit of it and just see, like. Oh, cool. You know, one of my brothers grew pumpkins, and it was nuts. Like, they just had this, like, one pumpkin in their backyard, and it was like, their kids were, like, keeping an eye on it, and it was growing, and it was getting huge. Anyway, let's try this, that's pretty good. It literally just tastes like a strawberry. It definitely, like, sticks to the roof of your tongue, though. Ah. Literally. And that's what I thought about this, is that, like, you guys, like, this recipe is literally, it has $10 supposedly of strawberry in it, which I'm like, seriously? Alright. Let's see. Ooh, it looks pretty good. Yeah, but I still think this stuff would be really tasty in like I said, in like strawberry cupcakes in the frosting. Ow, that hurt. All right, so let's move these guys, and we're gonna do this. Okay, we're supposed to get a bit of icing sugar. Just putting some on the top as well. Great. So, are you guys ready for this? This is the moment of truth to see if my design works. Stuff, y'all. All right. Let's flip this bad boy over. Okay, there we go. Ooh, y'all. You ready? Sort of. Oh, y'all. Ah, oh, it's a little. Oh, no, don't tear. Looks pretty good, okay? It's a little spotty, but that's fine. Okay, so now we're gonna roll this bad boy up while it's still warm. Oh, I hope I'm not cracking it. Okay, and then we're gonna let it cool like that. So let's put this in the fridge. Thank you. You know what it is? It's just I'm a little yeah. I don't know how people got theirs to not brown. I guess when they pulled off their parchment paper, it comes off perfectly and it takes all that with it. It's not supposed to stay there. So anyway, okay, great. Let's make some whipped cream, y'all. So that is in my fridge. Okay. So we're gonna, oh, we gotta do something with our gelatin. Okay. 1 tablespoon cool water. Great, so we're gonna mix that, and just, I think my understanding of that is just to let the gelatin kind of start working. Ugh, gross. Thinking about what that is kind of nasty, you know? Great. Okay, so, macaroon, garden question. I mean, it does make you wonder. They are, like, slightly similar. I guess the only thing is that, like, aside from that, like, they're so different on the inside, right? It makes me think that, like, beans and peas, like, because I guess they're both, like, legumes, right? They maybe evolved from each other. But yeah, it's weird, too, that, like, so many things have that. Maybe I don't know what a 3-sided wax bean is. Anyway, I think I know what a wax bean is. Anyway. Cheers, guys! I'm so happy with how my cake turned out. It looks really good. We'll see. Okay, great. So, so we're gonna let that soften for a few minutes. Great. Da-da-da. And we're gonna mix it. Powdered sugar. Yeah, I feel like for sure chisel, there's been more than that. I just think that like, yeah. To be fair, I think I already had listed off a couple of them before you started counting. So I feel like we're at like five or something probably. I just like a good cheers, right? I like to feel like we're connected. Um, okay, so I guess there's not really a ton left else to do. Just gotta make sure this is, ever so slowly dissolving like we want it to. Ooh. Well, the cake's starting to cool down, guys. Things are coming along. I would be. I mean, honestly, if you wanted it to be, this could be a drinking stream. If you guys just like cheers every time I cheers, you would possibly get into a little bit of trouble. Okay, I'm gonna nuke this apparently. So we're gonna microwave it until it's dissolved. Okay, but like very small increments. So we're gonna stir it. Go for another 5. So it smells like Jello, guys, which just tells me that Jello smells like gelatin. Great. Okay, I'd say that's pretty good. Doesn't really take long on 5-second increments to get that to heat up. Not you can see the little bit of steam that's coming off it. Perfect. All right, great. So now what are we gonna do? Let cool slightly. Great, whipped cream in a bowl. Where's my? Oh, there they are. I was like, where's my fingers? Ooh, Gatorade, very festive. It's the thing. I feel like always on this stream, it's like we're cheersing, but we're cheersing tea, we're cheersing water, we're cheersing Gatorade, we're cheersing, I mean, sometimes proper beverages, but more often than not super proper. That's fine. All right, let's get our bowl out here. Whoops. Oh, that's like water. I was like, what happened there? Froze a little bit. Okay, get our whipped cream there. There's a cup of whipped cream. Great. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a little mute just so you don't hear this yet again. Yeah, sticking with the good old classic water. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So it's starting to get to what we want. So we're gonna take a spoon and we're gonna add a bit of this cream to our gelatin. Oh, I should use a bowl for this. All right, I'm gonna get a bigger bowl because I don't want to spill it. Okay, so now we're just gonna add this back into the mixture. Right, now I believe we're gonna mix this again. Oh, no, we're gonna add in this too. So we're gonna add in our strawberry mixture. So this is our strawberries, our freeze-dried strawberries, and some just granulated sugar. So I'm just gonna mix those nice and well. Okay, I'm gonna give this just a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna add this, and now we're just gonna mix this until it's nice and mixed through. So I'm gonna give you guys another little mute. The recipes, like, make sure you don't overbeat it, and I can see why, because, like, wow, as soon as you add that gelatin, it just, like, firms right up. Ooh, that's pretty good. All right. So now, ooh, guys, okay. Oh, what did I do? Sorry, dude. I actually totally don't even know what I just did. What if this in the freezer for a little bit? I don't even know what I did, dude. What did I do? Cheers, y'all. Oh, I see. I was like, I just realized. I was like, maybe he's talking to Chisel. I was like, I don't think I did anything. All right, so there's our whipped cream. Great, looks delicious. Tastes pretty good, I gotta say too. All right. So let's get our cake roll out. Oh shit, I rolled it up the wrong way, guys. You want to roll it up this way. Shit. Anyway, it's fine. Okay, so we're gonna spread our cream on it. Whoops. And we're just gonna leave a slight gap at the very end so that we don't get it all crowded on each other. Alright, got almost all my whipped cream in there. Right. Oh, I want to, the urge to lick this spatula, y'all, is so strong. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Great. Ooh, that's good. Oh, that's tasty, y'all. Okay, moment of truth. Alright, y'all. There she is. Okay, let's see. Moment of truth, y'all. So yeah, it is, because it's a sponge cake, it's gonna be super delicate. Yeah, I mean, I think so. Let's see, moment of truth. Ooh, look at that. That looks pretty good, y'all. See that? That looks pretty good. Okay, I'm pretty impressed with that. Okay, so let's cut ourselves one. Oh yeah, there we go. So yeah, you just kind of gotta gently do it because it is quite soft. Alright. It's the money slice, that's what we call it. Ooh, look at that. Alright, y'all. Carnage Chris did it again. I don't think it looks as good as the one in the picture, but I think it looks pretty okay. I want to take a picture of it because I think it looks pretty okay. Oh man, I'm the worst sometimes for having like a thumb in the way while I'm cutting. Gotta get that perfect picture, y'all. Oh, what am I doing here? Alright, let's see. Yeah, you got me, pretty much. You pretty much got me. Alright, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. This was so much fun. I've learned a lot. I feel like I want to try this again and just like get it even more successful, but like I don't know, for now, like for first time, I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty like ridiculous, right? All right, well, let's see if our labor was worth it. Let's see if it's any good. That's pretty good. Looks gnarly. Thank you. Yeah, it's good. The cake is like, oh, that cake is like really nice and delicate. It's got that little bit of almond in it. And then the whipped cream is like, it's delicious. Yeah, that whipped cream is like Strawberry whipped cream. What's not to like, right? Ah, thank you. Krakatoa Chris. That's what they call me. Cheers, Roll for Need. Thank you for joining me for my triumphant return to streaming. Thank you all for joining me. Oh my gosh, we just hit 2 hours. If you enjoyed the stream and you're not already following, please, give me a follow. If you have Amazon Prime, did you know that you can you get a free subscription every month, and so you can just give that to someone. They get whatever it is free that a creator gets. Yeah, and we also have a very lovely Discord. So if that was something that you're interested in, we post memes and like weird stuff there. There's a really weird video of Roll for Need there. I don't know if you want to see it. Yeah, thanks guys. Thank you so much. This was so much fun. I don't have anything to cheers you guys with. I'll cheers you with my strawberry cake roll. Cheers, guys. Thank you again. This was really fun. I'll be back Thursday. Maybe making some lentils. Maybe making some ratatouille. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys. This has been so much fun. Yeah, I'm Chris. This has been Cooking with Chris. Yeah, Roll for Need. He's been, I've really been having to get him to churn out those foot pics for me. So yeah, if you could relieve him for that and just like subscribe, that'd be great. Subscribe, give me a follow, and whatever. I'll be back Thursday. Hope to see you then. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh great, more weird videos. I mean, there's already so many of them on the internet. Look at that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. It definitely tastes like fresh strawberries, which is crazy. So good. Even though there's like not really any real fresh strawberries in it. Oh, that's so good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate y'all so much. Yeah. Hopefully I'll be back Thursday. Yeah, I'll save you guys some. Just head on over. We'll have it here for you. Come on, and I'll cut you a slice. Yeah, unfortunately, we used to have friends who lived just down the street from us, which was very convenient because, we could just pass off all sorts of things to them. Unfortunately, they recently moved, so that is no longer an option. Anyway, so yeah, I will have to foist this upon my husband, and then we'll see. And then myself. So sometimes, sometimes we just end up eating a whole lot of sweets. What else can you do, right? Alright, just trying to get that. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Oh, that was so good. It was, the thing that was really tasty about that was that, like, it was delicious. It was light and, like, sweet. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely a dessert. But it wasn't, like, so overly sweet that, like, by eating it, you're just like, wow, like assaulted with sugar, right? So, yeah, no, that was very tasty. I have to keep this in mind. This was a cool recipe. You could do like almost any design on the outside of it. That'd be so cool. Anyway, Chisel, my dude, thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate you. Roll for Need. Appreciate you, my dude. Thank you very much. Even if you're clipping weird videos of me, I still appreciate you. Mr. Al, if you're still hanging there, appreciate you as well. Anyone else? If there's anyone else hanging, if I didn't mention you, let me know. I'll shout you out. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Appreciate y'all. Take care of yourselves. Be kind. And just take it easy. And yeah, and we will all get through this together. I will be back Thursday. Thanks, guys. Bye. Have a great night.